So I have said it before with you, Zach. This has felt a weird summer off season for the Celtics because the folks who cover the NBA or talk about the NBA still want to downplay this championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's bizarre, right?
A little bit.
Like you see it from an outside perspective. I'm a homer.
Yeah, but it does seem sometimes of like it was all the, are they going to finally get over the hump? And now they get over the hump and but it was an easy hump for them to get over.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, what do you want from them? And it's different from like the Patriots hate. The Patriots were the most hated team in America. Big time. Like not even really close second. But I think most people would tell you they hated them because they were very good. And they didn't try to discredit championships, except for Rob Parker, that loser. But it wasn't like they were trying to say, oh, well, the Falcons should have been there. The Falcons were bums. I don't know. They played the Chiefs in 2018, but, Patrick Mahomes hadn't even become Patrick Mahomes yet. Like, they don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
With the Celtics, they are. It's very odd to me. And I have tuned out on some NBA teams, like when the Warriors won in 17 and 18. I was just kind of like, okay. But the whole discourse, the whole summer was how great this team is, great this run was. And here we have a team that went 16-3 in the playoffs after winning 64 games in the regular season and the best starting five in the league by a mile. And they're like, yeah, but everyone was hurt on the other teams. This might as well be a bubble title. It's like, what the fuck, man? And one of the chief haters of it all is Udonis Haslem. Can't even believe this guy has as big a platform as he does as a self-admitted hater. Like, I respect a hater. Trust me. As you can tell, I respect a good hater. But to pretend he's this unbiased NBA reporter for ESPN is very funny to me. Anyway, he has this podcast. This is the OG's podcast, I think, which is like the 10th or 12th podcast I've heard with that kind of name. And he had Shaq on the podcast. So, of course, the conversation goes to the Boston Celtics.
We all know Boston had the easiest run ever to that championship.
They did.
Can they back it up? That's all. Can you back it up? Like, okay, you had an easy run. Don't matter. You won it. Can you back it up? What you going to do, Philly?
They did.
Paul George.
They did.
Joel Embiid. What you going to do, Milwaukee?
Hey.
But Orlando. What y'all going to do? Miami.
Hey. I love that they only mentioned one team that played the Celtics because all the other ones were dog shit and couldn't win their series to match up with the Celtics, right? The only one they mentioned there that actually played them was Miami because they were dog shit enough to play the number one seed in the first round. The others couldn't even get out of the first round to play them. Like, again, it's just this low-hanging fruit. Oh, we all know it was the easiest run ever. We all know that that the Celtics were going to win. We all knew that. Did we all know that? Did we all know the Celtics were going to win because the road was so easy? I don't know. Maybe let's go back to hear who Shaq and Udonis Haslem picked to win in the NBA Finals.
I like Dallas in this series. I like the way they're playing. I think this is a little special for Kyrie, maybe a little special for Porzingis as he plays too, because I know he played in Dallas, but I think I like Dallas in this series.
But overall in the series, I do think Dallas has been more battle-tested, and I do think in 7 games, Dallas will win.
We all knew the Celtics were going to win. We just went on national TV and lied our asses off thinking Dallas was going to win because we don't like the Celtics. Or we truthfully picked the Mavericks because we didn't think the Celtics were going to win. Either way, you guys are a bunch of fucking frauds. Once again, there's like whole 5-6 minute compilations of the NBA media trying to downplay the Celtics from this year that I could have done. But this is good enough for me. We all knew the Celtics were going to win, but that was so easy. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, Shaq, I'm sorry they weren't playing those Iverson teams at the Sixers with Iverson and a bunch of JUCO jabronis. Oh, sorry they didn't have to play Richard Jefferson in the finals like your teams did. Starting at forward, Richard Jefferson. Yeah, sorry. What a fucking joke, man. It's everything to take down this team. And I don't really get it, mainly because like there's nothing polarizing about this Celtics team. Like they tried to bring down LeBron's heat because LeBron was a divisive figure. He was the biggest figure in the NBA. They've tried to do it with dynasties in the past because like it's teams that win so much you hate them, or guys who put on such theater that you have to talk about them. The Celtics haven't had either of those yet, and still people are trying to bring them down at every turn. It's like they're petrified that this Celtics team is going to go on to win another one and another one. That's the way I'm feeling about it. Like they will not be able to handle it if this Celtics team wins again. Because then what are they going to say? They have never tried to discredit an NBA championship team more than the Celtics have been this summer. Never. We've never gone through a summer where people have said, yeah, but that championship, that shouldn't even count. They didn't even do that with the bubble. People are starting to do it with the bubble now, but no one in October of that year was like, yeah, but they didn't play in front of any fans. No one was saying that. But now they have to say, yeah, but they didn't play anybody. And like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I know I'm a Celtics fan, but how much difference would that have made if the other guys were out there? They go 16-3 in the playoffs. Do you think if those guys were healthy on the other side, they go 16-5? You think Cleveland pushes it to one more game if they have Donovan Mitchell? You think Miami pushes it to one more game if they have Jimmy Butler? I'm willing to concede that. Okay, so they're 16-5 in the playoffs. They're still the NBA champions. They were the 1 seed. They don't need to go and play the number 2 seed in the first round. They don't need to go play these teams that everyone says are better. But what they will do is they'll play the teams that beat the teams that you said should be beating the Celtics. You think Philly should beat them. Well, the Knicks beat Philly and Indiana beat the Knicks. What do you want them to do? Oh, no, that shouldn't count. Celtics, we want to play the Knicks instead. Oh, Philly fell flat on their face in round 1, but we should be playing them because of the legacy. Or this Milwaukee thing didn't work out all fucking season. We had to fire our coach as the, second best team in the East at the All-Star break? Actually, the Celtics, we'd rather play them instead because you guys think they're better. It's bullshit, dude. They haven't done it with any other team. I just don't understand what the lightning rod thing is for the Celtics team. Like, what is so divisive? Why do people intensely hate this Celtics team? Like, they don't talk shit. They don't, bash each other in the media. They don't do weird TikTok stuff. They don't overly complain to the refs more than any other team does. I don't understand where this vitriol for this Celtics team is. I can understand why people don't like the 08 Celtics now because they get together all the time and talk about how great the 08 Celtics are. I love them, but I can understand why you might find that arrogant. Like, what has been arrogant about this Celtics team? It's just led to such brain dead takes. Like, remember when Kendrick Perkins said if you took Joe Mazzulla's brain and put it in a pigeon, the pigeon would start flying backwards? Like, what the fuck is he talking about, dude? He's so weird, man. It just, here we go. This Celtics team, if they go on to become a dynasty, let's say 3 and 4 years like the Warriors did, if this Celtics team goes on to become a dynasty, they will have a grip on the NBA media the way Donald Trump has it on the national media. They will fucking break people if they are a dynasty. You can already see the NBA media and fans spiraling out of control because they can't handle that the Celtics won the NBA title. If they continue to win, they will be to the NBA world what Donald Trump is to the rest of the world. They will break these people. And that will be so delicious. The 2010s Patriots broke people. broke Max Kellerman, broke Rob Parker, broke Skip Bayless, broke all these people. I can't wait. Broke Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer got out of media. That was the take that got him out of media. The Celtics are that close to being the Trump of the NBA and just breaking people. I'm kind of here for it. I would love to see. I'm all the way here for it because that would mean the Celtics are a dynasty. And that means something to me, man. Zach, thoughts? Do you think it's breaking people?
It does seem a lot of that everybody's been kind of focused on the fact that the path to the title wasn't what they thought it was supposed to be.
And then they all hype up Dallas in the finals, by the way.
Yeah, but it's
Roll
not
them.
That's not on the Celtics. Like, you can't fault a team for who they run into when they did what they needed to do to take care of business. Like, it seems like it doesn't matter what the sport is here lately. Like, as soon as somebody wins, they want to see whoever that was then just kind of fall and falter the next thing.
Yeah.
And like we talked about it a bit, it was forever just, a team that always gets there so close. Will this year finally be the year? And the year that it's finally the year of them finishing when, nobody thought they would. Now it's the easiest path. It's it is kind of odd to, I don't know. Do you want the Celtics to be bad? Like, I would think, at least for me, an outsider looking in, when it comes to, there's an old thought of when I talk, like college football is fun when Miami's good, when, Michigan's, when the teams that are the powerhouses are good. I think the same can be said for the sport of basketball. I mean, the Bulls haven't been good for a while, but when the Knicks are good, when the Celtics are good, when the Lakers are good, it's fun. But when you have a team that finally puts the pieces together, and it might not be the most, I guess, flashy way to win it all, why is that now then that's not good enough?
Beats the hell out of me. Because if I look at college basketball too, the team that's won the last 2 national championships, fucking A, UConn. There we go. There we go.
UConn, fucking A, UConn. That's right.
Anyway, they've won like.
It's the only time I've turned Pete's mic on the whole time.
The last 2 NCAA tournaments, they haven't won a game by single digits. They've been so dominant, and no one has been like, well, what's their path? Who gives a shit? They're that much better than the rest. By the way, can we play that first clip real quick again? Udonis Haslem is insane in this clip.
We all know Boston had the easiest run ever to that championship.
They did.
Can they back it up? That's all. Can you back it up? Like, okay, you had an easy run. Don't matter. You won it. Can you back it up? What you going to do, Philly?
They did.
Paul George.
They did.
Joel Embiid. What you going to do, Milwaukee?
Hey.
But Orlando. What y'all going to do? Miami.
Hey. Have we tried turning Udonis Haslem off and then back on again? Did you hear that? He said the same 2 words 8 times over. They did. They did. They did. Like, what? So Shaq says they had the easiest road. They did. And then 2 minutes later, he's like, what you going to do, Philly? They did. That's not a response to anything. Who is paying for this? Why is this sports media now to just say the same shit over and over? They did. This guy, I'm sure he knows a lot about basketball, obviously. Played a long time in the NBA. But sometimes just knowing shit doesn't mean you're good at media. Maybe try coaching. They did. They did. They did. Shut up. This is the state of our NBA media. And these will be the people that will be marching through the hills for decades to try and take down this Celtics dynasty if it becomes that.
We are Rogue Media Sports.